Yeah, we gotta talk about this again. Hey everyone, I'm Abbey Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen. Today's video is sponsored by Obey Fitness, and we'll be taking a look at fitness influencer Whitney Simmons. But first, let me tell you about my sponsor, Obey. So pre-pandemic, going to different workout classes was a major part of my life. But like most people, I've really gotten into the groove of working out at home. But I do find it hard to stay motivated and keep my workouts really interesting and fresh without having my workout gang or an instructor leading me through. So I was really excited to try out Obey. So Obey is an at-home fitness platform that features a huge variety of boutique fitness classes. They have 22 live classes a day, 130 live classes per week, and over 8,000 on-demand classes taught by some of the best instructors in New York City. And whether you're into HIIT, bar, sculpt, yoga, ride, dance, you name it, there's over 20 different class varieties to keep things interesting. They have classes in 5, 10, 15, 45, and 60-minute lengths, just depending on how much time you have, and they have options for folks across fitness levels and options depending on what equipment you have. They also have over 20 curated structured programs ranging from 7 days to 30 days for folks who need a little bit more of a routine or some guidance, and the class times start as early as 6 a.m. and as late as 9 p.m. so you can fit it into your schedule. I love the bar and dance classes. Even my son likes to try to join in because the time just flies by. They're just so fun and upbeat. And the ride classes are great for days that I have a little more energy and I really want to move. There are really so many different options with different instructors and styles. I'm confident I am never going to get bored. So if you want to get started, you can check out my promo code ABBYMONTH to get your first month free. And you can pause the screen or look at the description to check out my disclaimer, including a trigger warning to those with current or previous experiences with disordered eating. So as always, feel free to skip this video if it's not supportive to your journey. And if you are not already subscribed, hit that sub button and follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Abby's Kitchen. So I reviewed Whitney way back in the day, which you can check out right here. And I love that she actually replied with gratitude for my professional recommendations. But a lot of you guys have asked me to revisit some of the OG reviews. So let's take a look at how and what Whitney is eating today.
You know, we could eat the exact same meal, the exact same portion. We could be doing the exact same workouts, lifting the same amount of weight, and we will still not look the same. Listen to your hunger cues. Visit a dietitian if you're needing more guided help. And I hope that you take nothing from this video except some food inspiration.
Love the preface to this video. This is also one of the reasons why I've always been a fan of Whit's content and her influence in the fitness world, because she never really has been one to peddle fad diets or pseudoscience or restriction. She's also scientifically correct. Weight loss intervention studies suggest that folks who eat the same calories, exact same, will not have the same weight loss outcomes thanks to genetics, metabolism, microbiome diversity, energy needs, and the thermic effect of food. Remember folks, what I eat in a day should only be used for meal inspiration, not prescription. So I am personally ready to feel inspired.
All right, so I drizzled some Mike's Hot Honey on there. We have the perfect egg patty.
I am obsessed with Mike's Hot Honey. So I am here for this combo right now. We got carbs from the English muffin, tons of protein from the turkey bacon and eggs, and some healthy fats from the avocado. Tasty, balanced, and I also love the sweet, salty, spicy flavor profile. I also want to note that Whitney has often said that she is not gluten and dairy free because it's healthier, but because removing these from her diet has helped her better manage her psoriasis. Now, we've briefly discussed psoriasis in my downshiftology video right here, but in short, we know that autoimmune disorders like this often compromise gut integrity, making it more difficult to tolerate a lot of different foods. We also often see that autoimmune disorders tend to overlap, so folks with psoriasis are more likely to also have celiac disease, which would absolutely warrant a gluten-free diet. However, there's no standard diet protocol for psoriasis, and the evidence for eliminating gluten and dairy is mixed and inconclusive, probably because it is highly individualized. So it's important to work with a dietitian to tease out your unique food triggers so that you can keep the widest variety of foods possible in your diet while still feeling good. It's also just as important to focus on foods that we can add to help support the gut and reduce the inflammatory response, like omega-3 fats, vitamin D, selenium, probiotics, and antioxidant-rich foods.
I'm taking a break from powdered pre-workout, but if I ever need like a little bit of energy before my workout or in the middle of my workout, like a little mid-afternoon pick-me-up, but it's a mid-workout pick-me-up, I'll just sip on my Alani Nu energy drink. And I brought my water out here. One drink's for fun, one drink's for hydration.
If you love energy drinks to boost performance during a workout, fine. I really don't care how you get your caffeine. But keep in mind that drinks like the Alani Nu energy drink contains around 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is equivalent to 2 cups of your usual drip coffee or more than 3 shots of espresso. So if you're sensitive to caffeine, you may want to be mindful of other sources in the day. Now that's how you do a post-workout. We've got some fiber and healthy fats in the avocado, and since gluten-free breads typically have less protein, around 0.5 grams of protein per slice compared to commercial breads, which usually have around 3 to 4 grams of protein, I do appreciate that we're making up the difference with a little bit of protein powder in the smoothie.
You can mix up your veggies depending on the day, but you can have everything prepared in the fridge, ready to go. So I already had my black beans rinsed, washed, ready to go.
I am loving this deconstructed taco bowl, which can be easily made on the fly using pantry staples. So we're getting lots of energizing carbs from the tortilla, rice and corn, 2 sources of protein from the black beans and the ground meat, and then we're getting some veggies in there for some color, micronutrients, and fiber.
With my depression, I had such a very, very, very low appetite, and so I've been working very, very slowly to increase my appetite again.
So back in September 2021, Whitney shared that she was struggling with severe depression and anxiety, which was triggered by losing a close friend to cancer while also dealing with a lot of online bullying. So my heart goes out to Whitney, and I absolutely applaud her for the courage and vulnerability in sharing her story. We know how intimately connected the brain and the gut are, so it's very common for depression to sometimes blunt hunger cues, likely related to a dysregulated nervous system and increases in the stress hormone cortisol. Now, in some cases, cortisol can cause uncomfortable physical sensations like nausea and tension, which can cloud our normal hunger cues. Depression can also decrease our primal drive to maintain daily activities of life, like preparing and eating healthy, balanced meals. Now, with all of that said, when hunger cues are blunted for whatever physiological or psychological reason, they can't really be relied on exclusively for nourishment, which is why mechanical eating will often be recommended in cases like this. So this would mean having set meal times every day to ensure that you are getting regular calories and nutrition in your system as your body starts to re-regulate, even if your appetite doesn't really agree with you at that time. And this is especially important because a lack of calories and nutrition can actually further exacerbate depressive symptoms and negatively impact energy levels, which kind of creates a bit of a vicious cycle. It's often important to have a handful of super easy, convenient meals on hand that can be warmed up or whipped up really quickly without thinking about it on overwhelming days. So Whitney's protein smoothie from earlier is a perfect example of this. As most folks with really poor appetite appetite will find that drinking their calories are a lot easier for them than eating them. Now, I share more tips on how to bump up the calories and nutrition of food in my weight gain video right here, which can definitely be applied in these cases as well. Lastly, while ultimately the goal for a lot of folks with depression is just to eat anything at all, for days where we do have a little bit more motivation, focusing on foods rich in omega-3 fats, B vitamins, and protein may help to support our mood-boosting neurotransmitters in the brain. Love this quick little hunger crushing combo. So we're getting some protein and healthy fats from the peanut butter and some fiber in the blueberries. This would be a really great easy snack idea for days that you just can't think about meal prep.
No.
But let's finish off with dinner. For a simple meal, I gotta say, a pecan crusted chicken, it's quite elevated in my books. I mean, it's a step up from what I do on really lazy nights. But nut crusting a lean protein like chicken is a great way to boost those calories and add some healthy fats without too much fuss. We've got protein from the chicken, fiber from the sweet potatoes and green beans, as well as some healthy fats from the pecans. So another solid, balanced meal that looks insanely delish.
Delicious.
But on days when the energy and motivation to cook is lower, you could easily swap in a little chopped up rotisserie chicken, throw a little salad kit together on the side, and then microwave some minute rice for some carbs. Healthy, balanced eating doesn't have to be complicated. So what are my overall thoughts on Whitney's diet? Based on our calculations, on this particular day, Whitney's consuming a solid amount of calories, which I think are in line with her needs. A lot of people might be thinking oh wow, that's a lot of food. But Whitney is a very active young woman with a solid amount of muscle mass, and that muscle mass is going to upregulate our metabolism to support it. It's also not uncommon for folks who go through depressive episodes and a low appetite as a result of that to see their body kind of play catch up when they're feeling a little bit better, so that they can see larger than average fluctuations in their daily caloric needs. But I do get the sense from watching Whitney often that she has a generally healthy, balanced relationship with food, with a focus on variety, easy meals, and ultimately self-care. And I think that Whitney is a perfect example of how food and movement can be used as a means for self-care rather than self-control, and how to treat yourself and your body with kindness and nourishment when times are tough. So on that note, that's all that I have for you guys today. Thank you again to Obey for sponsoring. If you like this video, be sure to give it the thumbs up. Leave me a comment below on who or what you'd like to see me review next. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!